Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy ZXRR here, and today I'm bringing you guys another weekly vendor reset video. I'll be doing these every time the vendor resets from now and throughout. So if you want to see more vendor reset videos, make sure to like and subscribe. So kicking things off, we have the base of operations vendor. Just before we get into all the vendors, I'd just like to say I'm not going to be reviewing the purple gear because there is now purple gear in the vendors. I'll only be reviewing the gold gear because I believe the gold gear is what you guys kind of want to see and the purple doesn't really matter. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get into the base of operations vendor, which has an enhanced AUG with 111k total damage, 725 RPM and 25 in the mag, 7% SMG damage, 9% critical hit chance, accuracy at 4.9%, and Ranger. Moving on to the Hanu Corporation chest piece with +1 skill tier, 8.3% skill haste, and 2.8k armor regeneration with trauma as the talent. An offensive gear mod with 8.3% critical hit damage, a drone mod with +2 extra bombs, a turret mod with 3.6% burn damage, and a launcher mod with 5.4% damage. Will be the clan vendor. There is a really good, in my opinion, god roll weapon here that I think everyone who has trouble aiming, and pretty much anyone in general really needs to pick up right now. And this is the Glory Days. As you can see, it is a named weapon. Nothing lasts forever by the Balancer. 101k total damage, 750 RPM and 30 in the mag. The core attributes and attributes, this comes with a god roll of 15% assault rifle damage. This is huge. 6.5 health damage and 8% headshot damage. So the other two rolls aren't that great, but it's the talent that really sells it. So perfect and near-sighted receive 100% stability at the cost of 35% optimal range. And optimal range really doesn't do that much. It doesn't really change anything about the gun, which makes this gun have 100% stability, which it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I believe this is a must-need gun for people that kind of have a little bit of trouble aiming, or even some people who need to roll the 15% assault rifle damage on to the recalibration library. So this gun is really, really good. Everything else, as you can see, is not too great. I would recommend picking up this mod, I believe, that is down here, which is repair skills. If you don't have any utility mods with repair skills, this is kind of a good mod. It's obviously not god roll, but I would pick it up if you're looking to do a healing build. But yeah, as you can see, everything else, maybe even the 5.7 heal, if you just don't have the best heals mods. And yeah, everything else is kind of just okay-ish. Starting off with the DZ vendors, we have DZ East first up. We have a Aces and Eights mask with 7.1% weapon damage and 13.5k health. A Aces and Eights holster with 4.8% weapon damage and 4.7% headshot damage. A utility mod slot with 13.7 repair skills. A pulse mod with 7.5% effect duration, and that is all for the DZE South vendor. We have a FAL with 108k total damage, 650 RPM, 20 in the mag, 6% assault rifle damage, 5% damage to health, and 3% damage to armor with near-sighted. We then have a True Patriot backpack with 78.1k armor and 2,900 armor regeneration. We then have a True Patriot chest piece with 83k armor and 5.1% headshot damage. A 5.11 backpack with 104k armor, 8.5% skill haste and 3.2% critical hit chance with overclock. We have an Alps Summit chest piece with 1% skill tier, 5.1% critical hit damage and 2.6% crit chance with kinetic monumentum. Sorry if I butchered that name there. And lastly, we have a launcher mod with 3.3% skill haste. Least we have the DZ West Vender. He is selling in 1886 with 521k total damage, 100 RPM and 5 in the mag, 6% rifle damage, 10% critical hit damage and 5% damage to target out of cover with preservation. A hardwired set of gloves with 1 skill tier and 2.9% critical hit chance. Negotiator's knee pads with 7.3% weapon damage and 8.2% skill haste. A Golan gear knee pad with 78k armor, 6% skill damage and 7% status effect. A defensive mod with 6.9% shock resistance. A Seeker Ball mod with 5.1% health. A Firefly mod with 4.1% damage. And a Decoy mod with 4.5% duration. That is going to be it for this week's vendor reset video. Make sure you subscribe and like the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.